Today, I'm going to share with you some of the tactics that I use to keep Minecraft interesting and help prevent burnout. I have a total of 5 tips to share with you, and stick around to the end for some honourable mentions as well. Also, be sure to like this video if you do find it helpful, and it will also help me out because I'll know whether to do more videos like this in the future. So, counting down from number 5, we are going to start off right here with texture packs. Now, texture packs can be a really great and probably the simplest way to breathe new life into your Minecraft world. They're particularly good because they can make blocks that you otherwise didn't use and turn them into blocks that you can't live without. However, the only negative I will say for texture packs is that if you do like the default look of Minecraft, and a lot of people do, they can get old kind of fast, and also they can burn your retinas away with some of the particularly poor texture packs that are out there. But having said that, there are some really great ones, and I would recommend you go and check out some of the top 5 videos that other YouTubers have done to determine what type of texture pack is best for you. For me, personally, I really like a new one that I found called, I believe it's called Multi-Pixel, but anything that keeps to the original Minecraft feel, but in higher definition, in general, is a texture pack that I'm going to like. One of the good things about using different texture packs is every single thing you do becomes a new experience. Moving on to number 4, I'm going to call this one Challenge Yourself to Do It Different. Now, I know that sounds really vague, but this is what I mean. Minecraft is a game where there are 1,000,001 ways to do the same thing. However, what we find ourselves doing, and I'm sure this isn't just me, is world after world, we will have generally the same routine, and we will make things the same way that we've made them previously, because they worked, right? So why change it? If we don't do that, another thing that we do is we look at what YouTubers are doing, particularly the big YouTubers, and we emulate. And those things are great, by the way. It's a really good way to learn new skills and to pick up new ideas and fresh ideas for you to try in your own worlds. But what I found is, once I've done it once, and particularly if I really liked it, I will do it the same way again and again and again. So something that I try to do, and you've probably noticed with my Let's Plays, is I never start them the same way, and I never do anything anymore the same way that I've done it previously. So, for example, last season I did not touch villagers. I didn't trade with villagers at all, and that was kind of a rule that I set for myself that season, because before that I'd normally traded with villagers for absolutely everything. But it doesn't have to just be the way that you build or the way that you interact with things technically, although it could be something like choosing not to use redstone for the entire world. That would be incredibly hard and very limiting, but having something like that in place may be fun, may make it more exciting for you, may make you think outside the box. Another good one in this category actually would be something like choosing to fight the Wither boss in the overworld and not cheesing it like I try to do 100% of the time. If there's a way that I can cheese that fight, I definitely will. What I'm saying is, it won't be easy, but maybe you should try doing it the way that Minecraft intended you to do it. Or maybe you can think of another way to fight the Wither boss that would be maybe not as challenging, but more technical. So maybe just change things up a little bit like that. So set yourself a new rule that you are not going to do the same thing that you did last season, or in your last world. So here we are halfway through at number 3. Now, number 3 is a very simple one, and I can't emphasize enough how good a thing this can be to freshen up your Minecraft experience. Number 3 is explore your world. Don't be afraid to go on an adventure. Don't be afraid to leave everything that you've done up until now behind and go somewhere new and start again. You don't need to start a new world every time that you want to change from your current Minecraft environment. You are living in an infinite Minecraft world. Just over a mountain could be a new biome that you haven't been to yet, that sparks whole new ideas for what you want to do with the rest of your time in that world. I'm not saying down tools and go and start completely from scratch. Take your tools with you. Take your essentials with you. Give yourself a bit of leeway with the start. Make things a little bit easier. But go and build somewhere else. Go and adventure. Find all of the mystical things that Minecraft has to offer you. Because actually, I've played Minecraft for about... let's see, well, I started playing in 2011, so about 10 years. And do you know what? I've never completed all of the achievements, for example. So maybe I've never been to every biome. I think I probably have now, but there's a whole bunch of things that I've never done in Minecraft, and a whole bunch of things I've never seen in Minecraft, and a whole bunch of things that I don't even know about Minecraft. And I challenge you to know everything about Minecraft. I challenge you to have seen everything that Minecraft has to offer. It's incredibly hard to remember everything that Minecraft has to offer, let alone to experience it. Mojang want us to go and explore the world and adventure and find new things, battle new mobs, all of these things that are out there in that world that are just over that next mountain. So, number 3 is go and explore your world. Getting closer to the end of this list now, at number 2, we have build modular and do chores. And I know that sounds incredibly boring, but it's actually a very good way to pace yourself to avoid burnout. So in Minecraft, it's actually really good to build projects that are probably bigger than you can manage, because the issue is if you build too small, you finish your project quite quickly. However, you've just used up a whole idea. And ideas in Minecraft are precious. You should milk them for all that they are worth. Make them as big as possible and as elaborate and expensive or over the top as you can possibly make it. Why not? It's a make-believe world. It's Lego for adults. You can do whatever you want, so why go small? If you want to build a castle, if you want to build a shop, why go small with it? Build it in stages so that you have plenty of rest in between each module, and then in between those modules, do chores. Things like restocking all of your supplies, because you would have just used a whole bunch to build the last module of your build. You could organize your chests. You could go mining. You could take a break completely and go and build a farm, or go and build something else that you need to build, something else that you need to work on. Go and help a friend if you're in a SMP world. There's plenty of things that you can do, but modular building has so many advantages that I had to include it in this list. Some of the disadvantages to this are big projects can seem overwhelming, and I completely understand that. But when you break it up into bite-sized chunks, it's much more achievable. And I know that doing chores doesn't sound particularly appealing. However, when you're doing those chores, it's likely that you're thinking up new ideas. It's actually a very creative time. Actually, there is scientific evidence that proves that being bored and doing mundane tasks actually increases creativity. Being bored helps us to be creative. And Minecraft is definitely the type of game where you could do with a bit of extra creativity. Okay, so we've arrived at number 1. Now, number 1, I must say in advance, is going to be controversial, and what a way to end. However, I do believe that this is the one single biggest thing that is making us fall out of love with our worlds and get bored and not want to continue any further. The number 1 thing that you should stop doing to make your world more interesting going forward is stop building automated farms. That's right. I did say it would be controversial. Now, I'm not saying that you should 100% cut automated farms out of your world. However, what I am saying is, once you've built an automated farm, you have one less reason to play the game. You see, Mojang have intended for Minecraft to be a thing where we go on adventure and gather the resources ourselves. And when we make a farm that does that for us, it means that we no longer need to spend time doing that thing. However, that thing, actually, although it could be tedious to do it at large scales, is actually one of the things that keeps us interested in the Minecraft series, the Minecraft franchise as a whole. Going mining is very therapeutic. Exploring the world is very therapeutic. If you have got all of the resources you need right there at your fingertips in your base, you never need to move to get them, you will become completely disinterested because it was very easy to obtain those resources. I'm not saying the farms that you built were easy to build, they most certainly were not, and they are also very fun to build. However, by having them there, you are taking away literal reasons to play Minecraft for a prolonged period of time. But here's the thing. You can't just cut out automated farms, particularly if you're on a multiplayer server, because it makes you uncompetitive. If you want to make shops, if you want to make sure you've got more diamonds than everyone else around you, and that's the type of way you like to play Minecraft, then you are going to need automated farms. However, you're going to have to think of ways that you can limit those farms. So, for example, in my Let's Play series right now, I'm playing on the Pixelate server. If you guys don't watch that, then feel free to come on over and take a look at it. There's plenty of episodes on my channel. I've built a couple of farms that are for things that I would never normally really spend much time getting anyway. Things like bamboo, sugarcane, and kelp. What I haven't got are automated iron farms, because I do find that once I've got automated iron farms, I do become very disinterested and find there's no point going mining anymore, because iron is one of those things that you constantly need. Also, I don't have an automated mob farm really. I've got some farms that I can go to for things like bones, but actually for the rest of that stuff, I either buy it from shops, or, which is a good way to interact, by the way, with the community, or I go and just gather those up myself. I've actually found this season a really good way to get bones is by killing fish. So I've been spending a lot of time killing fish because I live on an island, and I could make a fish farm, but I won't, because I know as soon as I do, I'll have no more reason to go and kill fish. So that's just one of the things that I do to try and limit the amount of automated farms I have. Plus, what's better than going and planting and harvesting your own crops? It's such a lovely thing to do. You just sort of stop what you're doing. You finished your project. You can't think of anything else to do. I know, I'm just going to go and farm some resources or mine some resources, and that really does help me think of the next thing, as I mentioned in one of the previous tips. So guys, that is it for the top 5. Now here are some honourable mentions that I think are worthy to be on this list, however, not necessarily true to the keeping of how I normally play Minecraft. So one of the ways that you can make Minecraft more interesting is to actually change up the type of game that you're playing. So for example, if you normally play on a survival world, you could go and try creative, or you could go and try one of the adventure maps that are on the marketplace, or you could go and try PvP maps and really change up the way that you play Minecraft and spend some time playing the other versions of Minecraft. One of the good things about this is there are plenty of branches off of Minecraft that can lead you to all different avenues, and you can enjoy playing Minecraft in lots of different forms. Mini games are a great way of doing that, adventure maps are a great way of doing that, and so is PvP. And the next thing that I wanted to mention, and the last thing I'm going to mention today, is mods. I actually really like playing with mods. I used to play with mods a lot before I started making YouTube videos. I find it really hard to make YouTube videos about mods, actually, because they're so in-depth, they take so much brain power, that it really does make it quite difficult to comment on them as I'm sort of playing them. However, it is a really great way to stay interested in Minecraft, particularly if you've just finished your season. It's actually what sort of the Hermitcraft guys do, is at the end of Hermitcraft season, whatever, they go and they'll try different versions of the game. So they'll go and play, I think it was the Create mod, which is a really good sort of mechanical mod that adds a lot to the base game. And it makes it a lot more fun. And so yeah, I would encourage you guys, if you've never played modded Minecraft, to go and check that out if you do get bored. But that is going to be it from me. I really hope that you found this list useful. If you have, please remember to leave a like and subscribe for more lists like this in the future. And guys, be sure to leave a comment down in the section below if I've missed anything off this list, or if there's anything that you like to do in your world to keep it interesting for as long as possible. I'm Gwent Gamer, thank you all very much for watching. Goodbye.